I also
Like that would be the worst bit.
I get a ping, but like,
yeah, like it's like when you haven't checked for a while, it just like goes like a whole bunch of messages start popping up. And I'm like, yo, am I in for this?
Yeah, but all right, we're live. My bad, yo, yo, the power went out for like 5 minutes, and then I just like I had to wait for everything to reboot, so it took a while. But only 5 minutes late. What's good? What's happening? Tower of God, 313. The title is I'm disappointed in my son. That's the title. But what's happening? Now this is the Red Witch podcast today.
Is it really? I don't know. She did nothing this chapter.
Hey man, you see her reading inside the trunk,
standing still, JoJo posing and shit.
She was telling her where to fire off her shots. What do you mean?
Oh yeah. Anything she does, anything she gets credit.
She got him, yeah.
She gets credit.
I can't believe Uber Chan trying to talk back to me right now.
She did something to this chapter.
Nah, she ain't doing nothing. She sent out some fucking hentai tentacles and that's something. Nah.
That's it. Hentai.
Hey, she had that white boy sweating.
Yo,
saying, man, that was that dart.
Yeah.
I just want to know: is anybody as salty as I am?
No.
I should feel salty, but it's like I kind of expected this to be the case.
I know, like deep down, I knew this was gonna happen, but it's like I'm still mad.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's upsetting, but I told you, man, he's not gonna do that. So
I literally called it 101%, almost word for word verbatim. So I shouldn't have been surprised.
That's what I said. At best, he gonna give her a slight, a little shove, and that was it.
Like, I literally said he was going to say, if you come around my friends again, I'm going to kill you. Next time, if you come... I said that 2 weeks ago, and here we are. So, there's no surprise. See what happens when you don't listen to the guy that feed, then you act all, oh, what happened? Unbelievable. That's not my man. Listen, I'm always down for freaking Baam slander. That's not my man.
The funniest thing about that was that I was like, that's my son. That's my son. And now you're doing this?
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I said I'm disappointed in my son. I haven't disowned him yet.
Saying if he doesn't do anything by next chapter, then you are disowning him.
If Kuhn's dead, bro, then that's it, man. I'm done with him.
He's not dying, yo. Chill.
I know he's good.
No, I didn't think he would kill Rachel. I thought he was going like what
Millie
put it this way.
like,
what he did wasn't enough. That's all I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna take the mental growth. All right. At least he's like, in a place where he's able to say what he needs to do, but he hasn't done what he needs to do yet. You know what I'm saying? Like he's talking the talk, but he's not walking the walk. He came in all wings out, some of my horns, fair 101. He mid diff the fucking stingray and then went, go away. Come across me and my friends again. I'll kill you maybe, and dipped. I'm like, huh? No, no, I'm not.
Dude, let the man live, yo.
No, all he did was shout and then start crying. Oh, big head. He need to get chokeslam again by fucking Undertaker Jihad.
I'm just saying, consider where he came from leading up to this point, though, right? No. The old Baam never would have said anything to Rachel about none of this. Consider how long he's been following her around, even before we got on the train, right? Even after he'd been shoved by her and she did all this shit to him. He was still ready to forgive her and do all this stuff, right? And in my mind now, like it's starting to become a whole situation where it's clear that he thinks of her as family. You know what I mean? Like they're close enough in that sense, in his mind anyway, that like he respects her. Like he like she doesn't like all the things that she's doing and whatever, but he's trying to like understand why she wants to do those things. You know what I mean? Yeah. So given that, he really wants for her not to behave the way that she's behaving. He wants to be on her side, even though she's done all this stuff to him. And now we're really like, this was that moment. Like when he actually cried, I was just like, bro, like you're having a sentimental moment right now. Like the pathos is real. I was just like, this is exactly like some of the old like Eastern epics too, because you see like a lot of times like people have that conflict where like, oh, now you got to fight your own family, right? Like people who you cared about, people who cared about you, like people who taught you, who trained you, did all this stuff. Like now you have to go against them and murder them. You know what I mean? So there's that happening right now. But he's still who he was from chapter 1, right? Despite all this growth that we've seen recently, especially, he's still the same guy.
Yeah, and I feel like if there's going to be a change in his character by that point in time, it's literally when he either hits her, which I think is the most safe option, because killing her is like endgame stuff at this point in time.
Okay, but like it's one of those things where it's like I have to like there's a balance here. Like I want to be mad, but it's like I expected him to kind of do this, and it's within his character. I understand. Now, the ape in me doesn't care about all that. I want her to catch one defas, a kick, whatever, just something, you know. Like, at least, yeah. She didn't draw no blood, and my problem was this. Like, I get it. Like, she was everything to him in the cave. Was betrayed by her, blah blah. Like, that's just always hard. It doesn't matter. Like, but it's one of those things where like, when people in their life, everything's going well, but like there's one part, let's say their love life not going well, and they shut down. I'm like, everything else is going great. So I understand that part of his life sucks. And that's what he knew for a long time. But you have great people who care and love you, who are willing to climb the tower with you. Like, it's time to let it go. It's time. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's not gonna hurt, but it's time. Like, I was expecting a little bit more. Like, he kind of severed the tie, but as soon as she's like, oh, he's not gonna do shit, she immediately started talking shit. She baited him with oh, well, those people know about the cave. I know about you. You don't know anything about yourself. And now he's curious. Now I don't know how he's gonna react to it in the long scheme, in the grand scheme. But my point is, like, the moment you let up on her, she started talking shit immediately.
She's gonna use escape rope, man. Like,
the difference is
the disrespect is real.
There's a difference between understanding what he did and if he did the right thing. Okay, we can come to agreement all we want that we understand what he did. It's still not the fucking right thing. I don't care if he was in that cave for a million years. At the end of the day, she's still killing all of his best friends. The things that he has now, she is ruining. Period. So there's not that's none of that, man. At the end of the day, she's not in his life anymore. All of these new people are in his life. And now, what is she doing? Taking that away from him. So, okay, we understand where he came from. Oh, that was the only person he knew, blah, blah, blah. Sister, mom, blah, 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 blah. Okay. She's still killing. It's like, all right, so then you just bitch made them. Simple as that. Because regardless if that's all you knew, look, that's even the key word. All he knew, past tense. He knows more now. There's no excuses. It's been years. Things in the tower don't happen just over a day. It's literally been years with these new people. New bonds, new friendships, new journeys. It's not about just her anymore. So there's literally no excuse with, well, that's all he had. Yeah, he has more now. So fuck out of here. Listen, I've been calling him bum for how long now? So let the slander come.
Oh, he let me down, man. I don't know. That wasn't it. This wasn't it.
Yeah, and I mean, the worst part is, like, let's say, for example, Boro ends up revealing, oh, Arc Raptor and Prince had died after, right? And say that was to push him off the ledge. I think I still have a problem with it, because it's like, you don't have a problem with seeing footage of your best friend having his heart pretty much blow up right there and then, but telling, like, the other people who you just met along the way is enough for you to go and punch that girl after all that. Like, I feel like that, if anything, like, the Aguero thing should have been the build up to you at least punching this girl in her face and sending her straight. Like, taking out the stingray, okay, was cool, even if he couldn't see the thing, but sensing was dope. But it's just like, man, like, he really should have just mollywopped her, man. Like, there was just no excuse. And now it's like, because she has this little, like, Danish right in front of this kid saying, like, oh, I know something about you in the cave and everything. Because clearly now, she may like reveal something, but obviously we know this can be a ploy for her to use an escape rope and get out of there.
It's like okay, so if literally killing your best friend is not enough, what is going to be enough?
That's what I'm saying. Like, does he have to be there and watch it happen? Like,
it don't even matter, because he literally watched it from the freaking USB. So what more do y'all want? I don't get it.
Yeah, like,
he should have beat the holy hell out of her. Like, that don't make no dang sense to me at all.
Yeah, and now it makes me worry with the way CU could write it too, because let's say, like, later on we get to the station and say big cast members that we've been with for so long since season 1 end up biting the dust, and Baam could have done something to help him out, but he just watched that happen. Like, what does it say about his character afterwards? If you couldn't do anything right now to save your friend or, like, redeem them because of what Rachel did, what are you gonna do when we get to the last station? Like, this just really, like, screws up, I guess, like, the morale, like, that he has right now going into that.
It's ridiculous. It's like, listen, you can't push Baam as being such a nice, innocent character when he drops the ball when it really matters every single time.
Yeah.
This bitch is literally killing all of your friends, point blank. You literally now have photographic and video evidence, and you still do nothing. I don't know what y'all want. Like, it don't make no sense. It's just, Even though I called it, it's just it doesn't change the fact that it was a trash decision.
Yeah. Like I'm even curious now as to like even what Rack thinks. The only thing we saw at Rack is holding back, you know, freaking Miss Blue Hair the whole time and stuff. But like we really get to see what his reaction was after hearing all that. You would think like, what the fuck? Like you just saw all this shit happen. You're just gonna let it go? Like if I'm Rack, I'm going in there with the damn spear. I'm stabbing her, man. Like, you know.
Well, in Rack's case, he has none of that attachment to her, right? So
Yeah.
I would understand that at this stage he should be doing something, or he should at least be talking down to Bam about it. That way, Bam at least has a reason to explain like more of his internal logic, right? I mean, like I'm just speculating at this stage as to why he didn't do what he was like, why he didn't do anything to Rachel, right? But that still needs to, I think, be discussed a little bit more. Maybe like explain more actually by CU.
I just don't agree.
Yeah, because I don't know, man. Like, what's gonna happen like later on? Because I know obviously like Aguero's time is not gonna come to an end now, but say later on in the story something happens, like this is just horrible outlook right now for his character.
I think you made a good point where it's like, yo, like when it comes to like, your best friends in the tower, it's definitely Aguero on the rack, right? So if Aguero's literal heart getting blown up wasn't enough to set you off, what will be?
It's like, come on now. What more can she do for you to finally be like, okay, that's enough? It doesn't matter. Like the point is, it doesn't matter that Kun did not die. Okay, he's not dead. That's not the point. The point is she literally attempted to kill him. She literally blew up his heart. All fantasy bullshit aside, at the end of the day, she blew up his heart. Yes or no? So then what argument is there to have? And he's doing, and all he said was why he started crying and bye now. Like, come on, man. He not my mans.
Oh, whatever, man. I'll probably get salty and come back to this later, but
yeah.
So your girl, however she could read stuff in the train now, so she got a little power up.
Gang. What happened?
And
right now.
She's out here predicting how Quinn's moves. I don't even know, it's a little overkill. Those three against him.
It is.
Kind of is, yeah.
The funny thing is,
get that. So
it is, but he deserves it. Like, yo, you the type of nigga to freaking go to the outer tower and just kill 1 billion people in front of it. Nah, you deserve to get bullied.
Actually, I'm finding her like on Dorsey's skill set right now to be pretty impressive. Like the way that she's using her Shinsu and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I was even more surprised on Beta as well, because like you refresh my memory, but I had never seen him use the Hulk arm in that shit way before. Like him going into like physical combat like that was like fucking dope.
He done a little bit in the workshop.
Yeah, like I was trying to remember, like, but to this extent where like he has like the one hand and he has those right behind him as well.
Yeah, he's done it before, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It landed like a decent hit too on Hulkman as well.
I'm like, oh, you want to do something? Okay, get your punch in, get your screen time before you get put back in the lighthouse.
I mean, poor boy got off screen the whole hidden floor, man. You gotta give him something.
Yeah, but oh yeah, that's true. The Hell Train rules are off. Good point.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. So maybe that's why she could read. So it's not a power up. Yeet.
Yeah, that's true.
Revoked.
Yeah. Man, but I'm curious though, like what they're gonna do with his clone and shit, because like we haven't seen her in a minute either. I figure like by some point we're gonna eventually get like, because I feel like this Hoken thing's gonna be like, you know, we're just gonna chill with him for a little bit and then that's it. I feel like eventually it's gonna start moving towards like something else, maybe with the clone, like, and seeing whether or not he becomes like white. Because realistically, whether we want that to happen or not, they're gonna need as much help as they can when they get to that last station.
Yeah. And having a Slayer would be, well, 2, I guess, possibly would be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, her showcase was pretty cool. I still think it was a little overkill, because I kind of wanted the 1-on-1. I don't mind that they're teaming up. That's fine. I was like, okay, yeah, she can go toe to him by himself, and then after I'm like, oh wait, she's getting help.
Yeah.
And I thought he was doing pretty well.
But I think in that regard, like it kind of highlights that he's still a little bit capable. It's just we don't get to experience that at that same level because of how many people he's fighting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if he had a better fit on, honestly, I respect him more. But that looks so fucking trash.
His fashion sense.
Like, I don't know. I just look at him as like, bro, like you could have picked so many other different things in your wardrobe. You chose that.
You look better when you were a midget with no shoes on.
You got a point.
Like that had more sauce than this fit.
You know, have me dead though. When I was rereading the fight and stuff, and I saw like Miss Sang, bro, like she literally has like no face drawn, nothing, just chilling in the back, just like, what are you doing? Like, you really fighting too? Like,
oh Lord.
But did anybody else think that her Shinsu looked a little bit different? Because when she made the darts before compared to how they look now, there's a change up in my mind.
It's definitely her improvement from like her tension and whatever, right?
So
From like but I found her tail thing looked kind of like a succubus tail a little bit.
Y'all forgetting that she mastered her Shinsu ability, I should say Shinsu properties
Right away
from the Sword Art arc. So there it is. That's it.
Yeah, she did it mad quick too. So
yeah, that my goddess, man.
On that succubus like tail bit that you just mentioned about though, do you think that has anything to do with her whole species?
Yeah,
I have no idea it could come to play. Just like reminded me of the tons of dojins that I've read, and her tail bit and the succubus demon's tail.
Wow, you can just say Tolovru and call it a day.
I don't even really read that. Like I did because I thought I was gonna be into it, but I wasn't. I'm like, hentai out.
If it's a Tolovru inspiration, bro, I'll take it. A great series.
Oh, I'm a degenerate. I'm sorry, but yeah, I thought it was a cool showcase. I guess. Then when she bonged Beta there, that was dope. I like that whole sequence. I like the team ups. I'm digging it.
Yeah, I mean that's what we need to see more of that too. Because what we saw with Aguero in Iraq, I think is like, you know, especially like later on in the series when we get to the later floors. Because obviously I'm not expecting like, you know, Bam, Rack, Kun to all be like high ranker level by the time we get to like, you know, tip top right at like the end game stuff just yet. So we know that there's gonna come a point in time where like they're gonna have to have some fights where they gotta pair up with each other to take down one person, and that's gonna speak volumes to how strong these dudes really are and stuff, you know.
Yep. Yo, I want to know if like, were you guys like mad salty like after the Bam stuff? That you low key stopped enjoying the chapter a little bit.
I mean, it was weird because it's like I felt like I needed that change of pace a bit because of what I saw. But then as soon as Rachel said, "Well, I know why you were in the cave," I'm like, "Huh?" And then they go and switch it over, and I'm just like, why would you cut off away from that at least? Like, even though I know the fight kind of pissed me off, it's like when you're dishing out information, continue dishing out the information. I need to know what's going on.
I LOL'd twice. But when he said bye now, I LOL'd. Wait, sorry, go on.
No, go.
And then when Rachel was like, well, I know info that you do, and I was like, LOL again. It's like this. The funny thing is that she tried that before Bam went fucking ape, and Bam was like, no. And then she literally waited for him to calm down and then tried the same exact thing, and it got him. I said, you know what, that not my man's. But yeah, I wasn't. Listen, I already called it. It wasn't no surprise to me. So I was like, all right, next. What's going on next, man?
For me, like I thought he was just paying like homage to like other Eastern pieces. That's the whole thing. Because in Indian literature, like we have like one moment where what's it called? Like one of the famous warriors, Arjun, is like in the middle of a battlefield where he's supposed to be fighting all of his like grandsires and his teachers and his cousins and like other family members. And like he has to murder all these people, but he's like, oh, I like when I see all of them like arrayed against me, like I don't want to fight them anymore, and I want to just like set down my weapons and all this other shit. But his charioteer is there, and he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, pick your weapons up and murder these people because you're not in charge. Like, it's like your duty is to like fight all these people and take back the kingdom. So stop all your nonsense, pick yourself up, and like do your like what you were meant to do. So like that's what I feel is like coming up with Rack in this moment. So I'm hoping that that's what we're moving toward, but I don't know whether we'll actually go in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope. Like that's why I was fine with it. Like when I read this chapter, I'm like, man, like I get the sentiment of it. Like it's fine.
Because he's always been doing, as I've been saying, like he's always been doing that with freaking Kun. So now would be the perfect opportunity to say that with Bam, because again, nobody told Bam off. He could do whatever the hell he wants. Nobody does anything.
Yeah.
They baby the shit out of him. The only person who's done something is look at my Abby. Everybody else, they
she gave him bars for real.
Everybody else, they just be like, well, Bam, you can do it if you want. He really needs a talking from someone who's actually his friend. Like, yo, you're fucking retarded, and he'd be like, all right, maybe I am retarded. Like, he really needs that talk.
Or maybe it's a sensei to come talk to him. Like I think
Jins on, man. He too far away.
My man's come back, man. I believe in him. That's my sensei.
So sad. But the end of the chapter, though.
Yeah, that's what like saved it from being like a 5 out of 10 to like literally a 7, like an 8 out of 10. Like because it's like a character we have waited so long to find out about and what they're like, and now we got it, and now it's setting up for something crazy possibly soon. Like
Yeah, because like for me, I was like, well, first of all, the god Red, he came through. He came through.
It was funny. I actually had to recite before I even read the chapter, right? I had to like reread the last chapter so I make sure I know the names properly. Like Barubia, Barubia, Barubia. I was like pronouncing it.
I didn't even try. I went red. I didn't even try. And I'm like, no one can defeat him.
No one trying. Yo.
My man's like, yo, my last coffee. Then I'm like, who is it? Who stopped it? I'm like, what is this? What am I looking at? Like this girl. I'm like, your design is interesting. I like it. I'm not against it. Then I seen a name drop, and I was like, excuse me, who? Finally? How many years I've been waiting for this?
Yeah, man.
60. Oh my!
Notice that we actually called all the things that happened. Like during the last podcast, word for word, we were like, all right, in this situation, what would happen? I'm just like, yo, he'll definitely just give himself up in this moment, and then I think it was Laz who said that. Oh shit! And then
come through. Like that was the only person that could literally save him this second would be him or her, and they show up. Like,
and that's another. Lazy One actually nailed it too. She definitely looks like Cammy from Street Fighter.
Yeah, and I didn't notice that too. I was looking, why is this reminding me of something? And I saw someone like I forgot who it was, but they posted like an image. It came. I'm like, oh shit, okay, makes sense. But that's the thing, man, because it's like now it's like because now we saw like from what we see in this chapter, it's like they have like a master servant role because like I brought it up I think with Naya and stuff that it's only Lero that has like any kind of connection like in terms of like more than that when it comes to Evankel, and with Hansung it's more like what we're seeing right now, master servant. So I guess that's not really the case now. Like he actually does care for a subordinate. Like he say like they say that like if you try and if you think you can come into my territory and trying to mess up with my people, it's either you think that's good or you think you can actually beat me. And I'm like, yeah, you get like number 60, bro. When you see that 60, it's like, yeah, you getting washed. Like fucking Ranker, it doesn't matter, man. It's like if I can this dude took out a member of the 10 great families to run that floor. Like, and the crazy thing about that was that because I think in the blog it stated that Ivankel's like 7 meters tall. That don't look like 7 meters. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, could that be a concealed form? Like hiding away the true form of what this person is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
that wouldn't shock me, to be honest.
Yeah, because I think what threw me off was the fucking third eye thing, like on their forehead and shit. So I'm thinking like this kind of seems suspicious.
I think that's just how I knew for sure this was a tower resident. I'm like, you look weird as hell. So
yeah,
definitely from the tower.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she had like a real. Well, I'm being told it's not completely a girl. I didn't read the blog post yet. I'm about to do it now to see.
Oh, I haven't checked it either. Shit.
If he dropped something, or you can pull it up. I guess I have to go on my phone because my it's letting me stream, but I can't go on any other website. I don't know why.
That's crazy.
Yo, the storm had my internet acting hella good.
Wait. So you're streaming off the phone, like?
Yeah.
Shit, that's I respect you, man.
Rip to my my data. It just reset too. So I have full power, but it's about to be up in a second.
Saying the storm clinically took out the exact lines that it needed to in order to stop you from using every other function on your computer.
That's crazy, bro. Wiped out this man's computer and my fucking roof.
Yo.
Was there hail? I didn't get hail.
I didn't get hail, but the fucking storm, it was nuts.
Yo, that's great. But don't assume gender. I'm sorry. All right, you're right.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you just assume the gender?
Somebody said in the blog, apparently, CU says that she's not, or he's not, it's not, whatever.
You're just going to say they.
They, yeah.
They're not.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and also, like, the blog post, like, the actual picture, it's a picture of Kun with Kami's hat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Why can't I find it?
Like when you go on there, it's like the very first link in the blog translation.
I feel like it should be, but I'm on my phone and I don't see it. Whatever, it's fine. Someone just read it. Or read what's important.
I literally just opened it, so that's like the first thing I saw was the pick. Let me see. Yeah, it says although the name of the floor of Test Ruler has been mentioned quite frequently, I don't really remember. Like there was a few times Van Kel's name was mentioned.
Yeah.
Like ever since the best challenge, the setting has changed a lot from the past. So obviously, I think the present design that he had set up obviously changed completely from here because he says 7 meters tall. That's not 7 meters. Sometimes people are mistaken about it, but all the settings that I had previously written but before pretty much undermined it, and they actually do appear in the story. Yeah, you just keep going. I'm gonna see if there's anything else I can find.
But the very dope introduction. I'm hoping to see a good showcase. I don't know if Red can be defeated. I don't know if it's possible. It is one of the strongest beings.
I think he's fucking dying like in one shot, man. I'm sorry. Like,
yo, I got.
Remember what we said before about unpronounceable names? People who have unpronounceable names get clapped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You get more quickly clapped depending on how like difficult your name is to pronounce.
Yeah.
If it's really challenging, then you're gonna get mosh up in the next like 2 channels. You know, like stuff like that.
I can see it being like that, being like, yo, I transcend gender. Oh, come away. You gotta transcend. That's crazy. But I like the design though. I'm hoping for a little showcase, just some a top 60, just like a just disintegrate everything. Like, all right.
Bruh, can you imagine this Brubia dude has like a whole like army and shit popping up, and they just disappear all in one chapter? Like, that would, yo, because I would live up to the hype of the rank of number 60 high ranker, man. Like,
Yo, red pube.
what?
Like, you want to call the red pube? Yo, that's the new name.
Love the yo.
That's the new name.
That's clever.
But we were all right about him not, kicking the bucket. He's gonna be drinking coffee for days. Shout out to his addiction. Shout out to Godot from Ace Attorney. But yeah, anytime I think coffee addict, he's the first one up. He's the first one that pops up, no matter what. I might be sipping coffee in trial.
You gotta get that darkness guy.
The fragrance of dark coffee. That's such a good song. LST. But anyways, yeah. Great, good intro. I thought it was a good time to do it because I'm like, yo, I knew it had to be somebody important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm like, I jumped in my head like 6 times. I'm like, no, it's not Dory. No, I'm like, there's no way Jinx somehow got there that fast. I'm like, dang, like, why would be there? Like, I went like so many things in my head, and then I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even consider it was you. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I was thinking that the case, so maybe it's the goddamn fucking eel. Like, he just woke up and it's like, yo, fuck off, I'm trying to sleep. But then I remember what Simi was saying, like, nah, he doesn't. The Guardian's not gonna give a shit what's going on and stuff. But like now, I kind of think that is gonna happen. Like as soon as Evankel does something on that floor, that fucking eel's gonna wake up and have some words.
Nah, it's like this. Because it's like this. All right, all administrators have nothing to fear from regulars because at the end of the day, the regulars follow the tower's natural rules. You have to form a contract with the administrator on said floor to use Shinsu. So why would the administrator have anything to fear if it has complete control for all the Shinsu in the room? So, for example, if Evankel goes full ape and like even remotely threatens the floor, the administrator could just restrict all Shinsu use to everybody on there. And that'd be it. That's how I'm seeing it, anyways. So I don't think because at the end of the day, regardless if Evankel is a ruler or not, ruler is still underneath administrator. They still follow the rules of the tower. The administrator has complete control of all the Shinsu on the second floor. So
yeah, I'm not saying he's gonna go against that, but I'm saying in terms of him actually trying to do something to attack these people, I see something that's gonna happen that Evankel's gonna go nuts, like we're saying, right? And then eventually, like the fucking eel's gonna wake up and actually, do something about what's going on.
But I actually want with my theory, I don't think that the administrator will do anything. But would I like that? Hell yeah, I would. I want to see more of the administrators. You only seen 2. Like, come on, and they on every floor. There's an administrator for every floor. Let's see more of these niggas.
Yeah.
But speaking of Evankel, man, I pop so big. I don't gender or not. I don't listen. I pop so big. It was just everything that we called. It just happened. I was just so hyped. Like Cammy gimmick, the little Dookie Barrette on their head. It's like, yo, freaking like lightsaber like sword. I said, yo, this design is fucking fire. Dude, and I was thinking, crazy. I was like, yo, what if Evankel is fucked though? and then I got hype even more.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense because all the connections and everything.
Yeah, given the way that things have been panning out, and especially the relationships that Han Sung-yu has, like there's no way, like there's no way that Evankel would just take somebody who is on the side of like Enryu doing all this stuff, right? So
yeah. So like, yo, because it's like it don't make no sense because all right, Evankel specifically targeted the ruler of the second floor. The ruler of the second floor was a part of Jod's empire and a part of the 10 Great Bums. That's freaking point number one. Number two, Evankel directly instated Han Sung-yu as the person right underneath them. When Han Sung-yu is a part of FUG, Han Sung-yu is a plant for the second floor, specifically to get Bam to join FUG. So it's like, yo, listen, just give me that confirmation that Evankel is FUG, and yo, you will not hear me shut up, man.
Yeah.
I'll never give into the spoilers. I'll never ever cave in.
Listen, I'll tell you this right now, and I know Simi already knows where I'm coming from this, but if that fucking shadow looking thing with the tentacles pops up, bro, and he comes through Phantom Man, I'm telling you, bro, Hangul is being read. I'll tell you, bro, I'm getting a Korean translator to my house, and Hangul is going to be studied. That's how we're doing things. Don't care. Can't tell me man pops up and in 3 weeks he's doing a madness. No. Like what?
You gotta hold it together, man. You gotta hold it together.
I mean, at that point in time, how much is holding it out? Like, do we wait?
I mean, dude, I'm just saying the fact that we managed to accurately call it, despite the fact that we didn't attempt even to read those like raws. I'm just saying we got it on fleek right now. Like we're in a good way. So I'm just saying.
Listen, listen, it's fuck Naver block. I don't give a shit about them damn raws, nor will I ever listen. Enryu could literally pop up right now and say, yo, go read the raws, and I'm still not reading it.
Yeah.
You know.
I gotta fight it. I'm good though. I'm blessed.
You guys realize the more we talk about this though, the more it feels like we're just gonna cave. Like,
yo, I fight it every day. I'm like, no, I'll do it.
Today is not that day.
Especially like I want to, especially after this chapter, because I'm like, man, like is he gonna smarten up and be like, Rachel, I don't want to hear this shit and slap her in the mouth? Like, I just want to know.
Listen, I mean, given the freaking content clues from the fucking Rachel apologist on the timeline, I don't see Bam doing nothing. Rachel probably gonna get that upper hand somehow. I don't know, but I ain't looking forward to it. I ain't trying to read that shit early.
Just be even saltier.
Yeah, it's just, I'm like, whenever it comes to those two, it's just like, you know what? I'll just read it fucking weekly. I ain't trying to freaking hurry up my stress, man.
So still no Karaka.
Yeah,
I told y'all.
That kind of worries me, man, because it's like I don't know, man. I really think if we're not going to see anything from there, then we just know Wagnon's probably getting body right now at this moment. And that's my boy, and I want to say Wagnon season, but I'm sorry, man. I think Karaka's already bodying him for that sword. Wow, fuck, man. You know what I mean? Because it's like you would think at least we get some portion, at least of that, you know. But the fact that we stayed so much on the Hell Train, what was going on? And all that was like the only thing that we didn't really get any focus. And then we switch over to Van Kel and Ha-Jin Sung. It's just like, man, like fuck. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Speaking of that though, Ha-Jin Sung was not in this chapter.
Oh yeah,
Which is actually kind of surprising for me.
Sung, yeah, my bad.
Because I thought that Ha-Jin Sung and Mascheni, their fight was definitely going to pop off during this chapter, or at least like the cessations of their hostilities toward each other. But
I thought he was going to be like, all right.
Yeah,
eat and like just beeline it to the train.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. But the fact that we didn't get to see that, maybe CU is just hiding something there.
Yeah, that's
right.
You think he'd get there quickly though?
I don't even know. Like I'm guessing he can use the middle floors to travel through them quickly. But I don't know how long it takes to travel from floor to floor.
Don't forget too that there are some people who have teleportation powers, like Yura, right? So I can't see why like high level rankers there wouldn't be somebody who could maybe make that more efficient. You know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he has to like move in silence too, right? Maybe he just want to attract too much attention.
That's true. Or I think Simi, weren't you the one that mentioned that Fug has a second guide or something too, like another witch? So I'm thinking like maybe that person may be working with them. So like because I'm only assuming, right, that like with the guys they can move like farther like to any area and stuff a lot quicker than just through the normal route. So maybe that's probably the only way I can see Ginseng possibly showing up at the last station.
But the thing is, though, like, I don't. Again, it's up in the air. But from how I took it, and from what I read from the wiki, apparently Hidan is the only person who could actually like teleport from floor to floor. Even Yura's teleportation ability is very limited and only to the area that she's specifically in. Like she can't actually teleport from floor 1 to floor 13. So regardless, Ginseng would have to take the long way, even if there is a shortcut. Because remember, look back at the very first chapter with freaking Yuri and Ivan. They was traveling through the middle area. Still took them a long time though. So it just depends on freaking Ginseng's speed. It's not like there's no short way to get through floors. It's not like you could just go through fucking Mario pipe and then you there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's definitely. I think the moment he's like the fact that he's been hiding the Karaka stuff for a while, I'm like, yeah, something big is happening. And the cut away from the Machete stuff, I'm like, yeah, he probably doesn't want to like telegraph that he's coming or something. I don't know.
You're not getting freaking Wine at nothing until season 2 ended.
I think it'll be the epilogue.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, season 2 is still named after him. So regardless, it's going to end with him. So I believe it's going to end. It started with him, it's going to end with him. So that's what we probably waiting for.
I'm trying to see too what else in the blog. It says that with Vankel is like used to be a man back in the best challenge, but I'm trying to like, does that mean the crown challenge or like was it like the best challenge?
Oh, what I thought he was saying by that was he was talking about one of his previous stories with the series.
Oh, okay.
Because he did, I think, what was it, short stories or something? He did like small like snippets of stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because it says here like for more details, like the plot needs to progress further. So I'm guessing like later on we're probably gonna know more about Van Kel and like I guess their past and stuff. I don't say the relationship has changed. I don't even know what else this is here. Yeah, I guess like they're trying to say like more details like they are slowly gonna start coming to fruition between like Rachel and Bam. And I'm guessing based on what Rachel's saying now is that we're probably gonna get that a lot sooner. If not the whole thing, maybe something. Yeah.
Our stream about to cut off.
Dude, what happened?
Our stream is about to cut off.
Oh shit! Yeah. All right, so Naya's power.
No, he magnified his way back.
There he is.
We're golden.
I got shot around.
No, it's fearsome.
The power died again for a sec. I'm like, no.
No.
But as you were saying last.
What was it called? Yeah. So basically, like from what it's being said, is like the relationship has changed between Bam and like Rachel, and like whatever like these little details that we're getting now, it could come sooner than later. So I'm guessing we're only gonna get like little bits of whatever it is Rachel is gonna explain about Bam's past and stuff. Because this seems like more of a way like she's gonna like I think she's gonna be truthful basically in what she's about to say here, but we know at the end of the day masking that is the escape rope that she's gonna use to get out.
I think that well, I mean, I know for a fact I could actually bet money that we're not gonna get all of Bam's story. Period.
Yeah.
We're not. So we can already throw that out the window. But I think Rachel's going to tell the truth, but twisted, like over exaggerated. So like for example, if he was locked in the cave because he killed like 2 people or something, she would be like, "Oh, you got locked in the cave because you killed a whole town or village or some shit like that." Something like that, just for an example. So I think she's really gonna try and twist it to do more psychological damage on our poor bum before freaking dipping out of there. But I don't trust. Like the crazy thing is, like she literally knows fucking everything we want to know.
Yeah.
Regardless, I don't want to hear it from her. I don't trust her. Period. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, like I'd rather hear it from a nut job Arlene, bro. It's strapped to a chair. Like that's what I want to hear. I want to see a wreck pull a wheelchair and she's there just like shit. And then Ben's trying to understand what's going on. Like,
I feel like Rachel would omit or tweak certain things, you know?
I don't know. I think she's gonna bring it up, but it might seem like a lie or some bullshit that Arlene probably wouldn't say, and was more maybe when she went crazy. Because that's my thing. It's like whatever. Like for her to have met Arlene, obviously had to come way after what Jahad did to her and V and stuff, right? So like she had to have been a nut job by that point. So maybe there's some details that she knows the truth about, but she's gonna probably use to exaggerate and kind of twist it up a bit to, you know, get this kid's attention.
Yeah, I could see that happening still. Because at the end of the day, she knows that she still has her hooks in him, so she's gonna try to manipulate him to the end of it. I just can't believe that she brought that up right now.
Yeah.
Like after he did all this stuff and said that to you, that's what you want to do right now? Really? Like, you were clearly terrified, like, when he started like just shouting at you. So what are you doing now?
Yeah.
I don't understand her end game at this like stage.
Yeah, like if I look from like a writing standpoint, right? Let's say she didn't have this stuff with Arlene stuff. Honestly, like she can literally go like die, like jump off a cliff. But the fact that she has this, it's almost like again with like Han Sung, where it's like you have all this info in your brain. I need you to stick around, at least extract that information, and then you can go die.
Like, yo, it's crazy because like, okay, she's from the outside world, so she has info about the outside world. She has info on Baam. She has info on what the red rings are and possibly who holds them, what their true meaning. She has info on Arlene. So it's like she has info on literally every single thing. And her mouth is just fucking zipped. It's like, yo, bitch, I will fucking rip out all of your teeth one by one. Start talking, man.
Yeah.
Oh. I feel like this chapter, like, not too much happened though. Like, it was what happened, but it wasn't dense.
No.
It felt short as hell.
Yeah,
but I feel like that's because there was a lot of action going around, right? Because he when he comes in, he's doing a lot of stuff. Like, he destroys her lighthouses. He, like, has his moment where he like cries and does all that stuff. Then there's the whole like small fight between White and Androsi and the other, Beta and Hwaryoon. And then again we get still more fighting because of what's happening with the submerged fish and Evenkel.
All right. Speaking of though, I love the way freaking Sui just completely pulled the rug under our feet with the whole freaking eel thing, because once Baam used the orb, it completely switched to Bam's point of view. Yeah. So we already know that we can't see it, right? He can't see it, but it always shows. So he always draws it so we can know what's going on from the viewer's point of view. But once freaking Baam used the orb, it completely switched to his, so we have no idea if he actually got it or not. All we know is that it's gone. So did he absorb it? Did he hit it and kill it? We don't even know. It's just all we know is that it's gone.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder too, because the fact that the smartwatch is within that thing, right? So like it makes me wonder, like, if he absorbed it, that means right now Baam has possession of it.
Yeah, which is freaking a good thing. The crazy thing is though, it's like I just look back at all the times that freaking Baam used the orb. He never hit nobody with it. He literally got 0% from the fucking field with that. First time he used it against Kun's sworn enemy, he missed. And he tried it again and she surrendered. Next time he used it was against Jihad, and Jihad always sent an equal attack or attack of his own to deflect it. So we never actually got to see it hit an actual person, an actual humanoid body. But we have seen it absorb people, so we don't even know like what will happen once he actually hits a body with it.
Yeah, like I'll be curious too. It could either obliterate it, could do something like.
Yeah, so it's like, so did he freaking Dragon Ball gimmick and disintegrate it, or did he absorb it? We don't even know. All we know is that it's gone, and it's gone.
Like I would assume like he would have to absorb it, because like you destroy that watch, it's like, well then what are we gonna do after? You know what I mean? So I think that's the safest bet too, because it's not like I can see him like he just extracted right in the mid, like it's in the orb, like it's gonna come back into play eventually, right? But then I wonder too, because now if the Stingray is gone, does Stang know, like, one of those like, oh, sudden realization, okay, my thing I gave to Rachel's gone, so what am I gonna do about it? That means the kid probably got the thing already.
The funniest thing about it though is that every time he uses an orb, everybody has that same exclamation point reaction. It is so fun. I was crying when the freaking Stingray had that reaction. It was like, I'm like, yo, you don't even got fucking eyes. What are you reacting to?
Yeah, bro, he's tripping.
This shit was shook.
Yeah, everybody who see that is like, they shook. They like, I don't know what to.
Shit that, yo, I'm out.
Yeah, I even liked like the blue shield attack when like Baam like busts out the wings and stuff, like how it was done too, where it had just like this it almost kind of reminded me of like with Luffy, the whole Snake Man thing, where like the attacks kind of like go from one area to another and stuff, and bouncing off like a ricochet kind of thing. Like it was kind of doing that, like to sway through the attacks. I thought that was so dope. And then it had like, especially like it was like a small detail, but like that blue ring that was right around the thorn around it too. I thought that was really dope as well, because I don't know if it was kind of like a part of what was going on with the wings and stuff too, because usually it never had that blue ring before.
I actually did not even notice that.
Yeah, like if you see like almost like the rings of Saturn in a way, but like the last big ring is like a huge one right around the thorn.
I'm about to go back and peep that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of good there was just a lot of good art direction, especially with the last chapter. If you can, Rachel was like, I ain't do nothing wrong, because you can see both of them, both Bam and Rachel. Like there's literally veins in their freaking necks and arms from how hard and harshly they're freaking yelling at each other. It's like, yo, this is, I absolutely love this art, man.
Yeah, the art too, like especially even like with Hulkin when he was like taking like swiping all the attacks that Norris he was sending back to him, like it just looks so good because you can count how many times like he hit like I think it was like 6 times all his attacks like coming at him like doom 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 doom, like you could actually like feel like you're hearing all this going on, and especially like a lot of even like the still shots as well, like you know with Han Sung when he had like the coffee and everything, like that one where it's like all black around him and everything, like it's just the art direction looked really on point.
Yeah, it's perfectly portraying like what's going on, the emotion, the atmosphere.
Yeah, like this is the focus. Yeah,
like what the character is feeling, what we're supposed to feel looking at the character experience. This is just, he's been on top of his game, man. It's been absolutely fucking beautiful.
Yeah, speaking of the art, I was gonna actually point this out because I noticed back when Han Sung was like talking with Brubia. I think I pronounced it properly, whatever. But when it's like, you know, that panel where it's like the death penalty, and then there was like these things like flying in the air. I assumed it to be like the anima, like the fish and stuff. But I was like also thinking, could it also be like the other like people from Jihad's like army that are on the way? Is this thing happening, or like, well, what do you guys take into that?
Yeah, like it honestly looks like both. Like it looks like a type of freaking fish that freaking Hanzo you could control, but it also looks like backup for freaking Red.
Yeah,
it looks like it's coming out of the freaking ship that he pulled up on.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't know what the hell that was, but I mean, that shit it looked pretty, but I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, because the fact that like if it didn't say death penalty, I would have passed it off. But the fact that they put that like bubble in there with it, and now it's like a double meaning to me. It's like either it means one thing, could mean the other. But I'm thinking it has to be like the backup because I don't know, unless we're gonna see that big ass fish again that we saw back in like season 1 where he had it when he was attacking the freaking the rice ball guy.
Yeah, local BRN.
Yeah. Like we had that shit. I missed that shit. That was fucking crazy.
I'm gonna have to agree that I think that is backup too, because Han Sung was accepting his death. He wasn't gonna fight back. So if he's accepting his death, why would he be having an attack behind Red?
No, wasn't that a formulation by Evenko? Because it's those things that are coming together to create the yellow thing when she says who says it's the last.
Huh.
Like it becomes the yellow thing. Like they come together.
Oh, so it does?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It kind of does because it has like a weird swirl around it.
Yeah, I mean, and then become yellow, and then that's why like that's what that happens, and that's what saves it.
If that is the case, bro, this man, if back hell like from far distance, bro, it's some Call of Duty shit. He pulled out the Beretta and just like, all right, you want this heat, like.
Listen, I just pops like. They didn't even do anything besides just show up, and I popped so big. It's because they've been hyped up so much. Like, in my mind, everybody that we saw in season 1, Ivan could kill. Because listen, Ivan was scared out of his damn mind, trying to convince Yuri not to go to the floor of tests and whatnot, because Ivan and whatnot. There's no reason for him to be that. I mean, usually he plays a straight man, blah 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 blah. But all that aside, he was literally terrified of going there because of them, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, Ivanka could kill every single person that we see in season 1. Ivanka could wipe out. If they could do that, it's like, yo, we finally about to see for ourselves, not know just through backhanded comments. We got to see right in front of our eyes. Next week can't come soon enough, man.
Yeah, man. Like, because that's the thing, bro. We've waited so long to see what Ivankov is like, you know, what they can bring to the table. Now it's like, bro, because we already got Mensheni and then Jin Sung going at it. Now we have a numbered high ranker, which I need to see more of these other people that CU is just hiding away and stuff. Like, just to see what their capabilities are. Like, if we're just going to get him destroying a whole fleet, like, I'm fine with that because we actually get to see some form of attacks that makes us see, like, okay, this is the dude that came out here and took like the floor test and didn't give a fuck who it was that previously ruled it. He didn't care if like Jihad is ruling this whole tower. He ain't gave no fucks. He went and took out a ruler in the first place to get it.
Yeah, not only that, but they are only one of two rulers that are not of Jihad's empire. So like that in itself is a feat.
It is definitely, because you would figure by then, if it's someone that Jihad knows that, okay, I can just take it back or just send a whole bunch of people. That hasn't been the case, and it's not like it's just a random floor. This is the floor test. This is what is trying to make sure that certain irregulars after the whole freaking Empire incident is not to come back again in fruition. And because like we know Jin Sung, like now it's like Han Sung, it's like now you have that problem where he kept Bam's identity hidden and stuff for Fug's sake. Right. And then it's like you at that point in time, like now there's just a whole bunch of shit that you realize now it's like it's been masked for so long. And you know why? Because now it's like you have Ivanka there. Ain't no way you're going to come to the floor and try to take your business because this dude is legit. They are legit, you know?
Like, listen, it's already like, it's just so crazy, like how good Sui is at building up a character. Because if you are gone from vacation and everybody's still shook of you, everybody's trying to keep your place nice and tidy while you're gone. That enough speaks volumes to me.
Yeah.
Second, that we actually get their rank, like all blog posts, wiki aside, how many characters can we actually name that we've gotten their rank from the actual chapters?
I want to say that. Yeah, that's like
That's true,
I can't think of any of him really.
Yeah, even Yurik, I don't even think even stated he was like the number
Yeah,
4.
never
I
said-
just said
never
like he's high ranker. Yeah, like he was close to
Like-
Jihad level and shit. Like yeah, that was all we got.
Top 100, only 10 away from top 50. Only one of two rulers that are not part of Jihad's empire killed somebody that was from the Jihad empire. It's like, yo, they're fucking beasts and they even do nothing yet.
Right?
Yeah,
I just want to see if he can Red Pube get just obliterated,
yeah.
demolished, disintegrated.
Can we just
That's
talk about his weapon for a second, though? Like,
Yeah.
the red sword? Bro, tell me that was not the sickest weapon we've seen
Yo,
in a
that's
minute.
that's
Like,
some
I'm
Sith Lord shit.
That was clean.
I think it has to be an
Oh my
ignition weapon though, man. Honestly, because like it looks like something that like I just can't see being a regular lightsaber you just pull from your basement. Like that
But
shit
imagine
is.
that igniting.
No More Heroes gimmick. Travis touchdown gimmick. Like this sword just looks so fire, man.
Right?
Yo, it'd be crazy. It's like if Ivanka was like wiping these people's asses, he's like, you don't want me to ignite it. You don't want. If I ignite this, say goodbye to the floor.
I would
I
actually
would
die.
lose it. Like,
Oh man, that would just make the month, yo.
it would, honestly, like, oh my god. Ivanka season?
Yeah,
Van
Might
Kelsey.
be, it
You know
might
what?
be,
It
yo.
might honestly be, bro.
might be. Yo, Van Gaal season in full effect.
Say a word. We came together on that too.
Sith Lord season, yo.
Yo, Bum
Hey.
dropped the ball. Bum dropped the ball with his freaking ugly ass baby mama. So now Ivanka pulled up and saved the day. Now he got a good chapter. Now he got
Yo, I swear he saved the fuck out of that chapter.
Yeah. Like it could have gone honestly to average, but it's like it is a really good because it's like this is how you introduce one of the most powerful beings within the like if you're in the top 1,000, you're a god among gods.
Yeah.
But you're in the top 100, the number 60. Your jersey on the back got the 60 on it, man. Like
you're 2 digits. You're 2 digits in the tower. Like you're sick.
yeah.
You're sick.
Oh my god, bro.
Mhm.
I'm hype. I need to see Ivanka throw hands. Like I need it like so bad.
You know, he just watches that everybody like easily. I'd love to see that just to showcase how powerful he is.
I
You
want
know-
a repeat of Jin Sung, but just like 1,000 times heightened. So not just wiping out half. I mean, just wiping out everybody with just a snap of the fingers. Freaking Thanos gimmick. Don't play with me, man.
My
You know
stomach hurts. They just disintegrate.
You know what got me hyped though too when Burupia like looked back and it, like you see like the veins like popping at its eye, looking like he had the fucking Mangekyo Sharingan and shit. I was like,
I
yo,
was panicked, bro.
and then Han Sung was just looking up like, oh, like
Actually, that was another thing too that got my attention is because he at that exact moment too, he's just like, this is my last cup. And he's looking so refreshed and like he got this like horizon glow going on. And the next thing you know, they're just like, who's this your last cup? Like stop being stupid. Like,
you know what would have been dead ass hilarious, bro? It's like in the midst of him saying that, he's pouring up another cup.
yo, just sitting next to him, like what?
Yeah, he's like, I brought you a cup.
Oh
Oh, man.
that was some greatness though.
It really was.
This is my last cup, and then like as a joke, as the beam's firing, you're like, you know what? Maybe one more real quick.
Yeah, he just looks at it, he's like, yeah, I gotta hit this one time, man.
Yeah.
Damn it, yo. We need freaking Vince to hype them up, man.
Yeah,
Hype.
yo, This is this is the best time for him, honestly.
I know, but he's back next week. He's back next week.
Yeah.
Like this is the last week he's gonna miss.
He been on missions with Adori and Masheni and shit. Like
he's out here looking for them. He's trying to find them hitters. The Jihad hitman. What do you call them? Hitman Adori? That's what he calls them?
Yeah.
Is that what he said? Actually,
I think he called it Hitman Adori. I mess with it. It's good. I'm trying to think. What do you think is gonna happen in the next chapter?
Event Kill season.
I want Event Kill season. I think we'll probably get more of it because we already said next chapter Pants on You stuff is going to get concluded. He didn't lie, so he's not dead. He's not going to die.
Yep.
Event Kill pull up, so we're probably going to see more of that. But I think again, going off of what the Rachel apologists are hyping up on the timeline, I think Rachel's going to pull some real crazy ass shit. Like she's going to like maybe get like a stab in or some type of hit on Bam while telling the truth. And I use that term very loosely. Like I think like, she might even like hug him or something, bring him close to her and just like stab him or some shit like that. I know she's gonna do something wild.
Yeah.
I know for a fact she's not just going to escape. She's gonna do something wild and then escape.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I agree.
It's great because the episode comments, right? It says, as expected, looks like wearing a red hat boosts a person's strength. And that's supposed to be for the like what it's supposed to hype up next chapter. So clearly that tells me that we're gonna see something from Ivanko, like a feat or something.
Yeah, let's get that freaking Barrett. Give me Call of Duty, Battlefield, Bad Company. Let's go.
Yeah, I know, man. Give me that 25 kill streak with a Beretta, man.
I want you to slice the floor in half.
Yeah, like real shit. Like, oh my god.
I'm just saying, man. If he hold up a walkie-talkie, calls an attack helicopters, I won't be surprised.
Chopper inbound.
Chopper gunner.
Shinsu helicopters.
Oh my god. I'm telling you, bro, you need AC 130, even then it's not enough. So look what happened with Jin Sung. This guy destroyed all the AC 130s.
Yeah.
Even was so nonchalant too, just like
Yeah.
I'm just trying to chill in this crap house. What are you doing there? Like there's nothing you can do.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Look, bro, this man spent how much did he spend on Elaine? Like 10 billion.
Look at his fit. But look what he was living.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You have all this money, and you go and buy a house in the boondocks, dog. Like, come on, what is wrong with you?
You got the Enryu 2s on. Living in a shack. Nah, bro, you can't do that.
Oh my god. Hey, man, he's saving his money for the future.
Yeah, he saved it for maybe when bro buying Elaine.
Yo, that'd be fucked up, bro. And she's chilling in that house. Just
he's like, yo, can I get like an advance, my guy? Like, I have to sell my house for this shit.
Oh my god. It makes me wonder though, like, is she with Fug? Like, I think I mentioned this before. Is she with Fug, or she's actually like in that house just chilling?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like, I always figured like there would have had to been a lot of time to have passed for like that them to make that exchange and stuff. And then it's like, was they're going to train her to be a slayer, or they're just gonna like keep her as a combatant?
I like to see her like come back and do something so I can stand. I want to stand there. I just can't because she's a moron in my opinion. But
I feel it, but it's just like, hey man, you know, she kind of hot. I don't know.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Elaine.
Oh yeah. I don't think she's strong enough to be a slayer. So she's gonna get training most definitely, but she's not gonna be a slayer candidate. You gotta be freaking like super wild to be a fucking slayer candidate, let alone a slayer. So yeah, I think she literally has 100% reason to join Fug. I mean, her family's trash, and the shit that she was doing for them, I mean, was garbage. So, hello, there's a grudge right there. But regardless, I think she's gonna get that training. She's gonna pull up with them and whatnot. She's gonna come back better than ever. And listen, I can't wait.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say much the same thing because given that she's over 1,000 years old, like her whole position in the name hunt station was because she was overpowered. She was well stronger than everybody else. Her whole purpose is to like defeat everyone who shows up there. So like for her to get more training now, I think is like crucial to her overarching development because you're fighting all these fodder characters, and frankly, her weapons were carrying her like for a good bit of it, right? I mean, yeah, like her use of her animas comes from her, but like you're fighting people who are children compared to you.
I think what really got me was the whole time where I was like, yeah, like she's pretty good, but like I just don't feel like Bam's gonna lose. I'm like, well,
Again, this is exactly why the Name Hunt Station is my least favorite. It's the most shonen out of all the arcs. Freaking Bam with the freaking garbage ass dialogue, you living your life wrong gimmick, freaking to Kaiser and whatnot. I fucking hated it. But anyways, not only that, but not only about Kaiser's age, but let's not forget her ascension up the tower was halted.
Yep.
Because where she was at, because of her family. So now she can continue climbing the tower. And with that comes experience. That gives you experience. That gives you new ability. That gives you new just everything. So when she comes back, she got to be a permanent member part of the party, man. Party member, period. Don't play with me.
Yeah, that would be dope though.
yeah, I would like to see her be like. I want us to be able to stand there, so I'm dope.
Yeah,
And we don't have an anima part of our party anyway. So let's go.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that'd be a great addition, honestly. Speaking of the party, we got to see what's going on with my man's Hatsu and shit, bro. Like, at least soon.
back,
you know?
man.
The chat's been talking about the season 1 characters for a while, actually. Like the time, like it's time to see them.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's
It's
been
time to see that.
even then, like the other guys from the other stations, because I mean, like you would have to think like they're not gonna be chilling there the entire time. Like especially even like the development too of Kasano and like freaking Horyang, because that's been going on for so long. You figure he has to be already there by now, fixing up this dude and who's in a coma. You know?
Oh yeah, we can't. The crazy thing about Kasano and Horyang is we can't do nothing until we get off the train because Kasano made Horyang go in a coma, right? He took out his power supply, his PSU. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm the computer nerd, so I'm gonna call it his PSU. He took out his PSU, he turned off, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole reason why Wagner went on the Hell Train was to get the PSU back. Wagner captured Kasano. Kasano's in the Pokeball. So that's it. The story cannot progress until we get off the Hell Train. With those two.
Wait, did he get out of the Pokeball or he's still in there?
He's still in there. He's still in there.
Oh shit!
He's still in there.
I remember because there was
didn't he come out and beat his ass?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he came out and beat his ass because Rachel and them had the plan.
Yeah, because he was with Miss Singh and shit. Remember, like
that's when the thing got killed.
Yeah, and that's after they paired up. Yeah.
Let
me see actually where his last thing was.
No, I'm pretty sure he came out. I remember him beating his ass. Or maybe that happened before.
That's what I'm saying. It happened before.
And then he got someone in the chat. Let us know because I don't remember.
After he beat his ass, because if he came out after he beat it, if he came out right and then beat his ass, so where is he now? Exactly, he in the Pokeball, man. He's still in there. It happened right freaking before or after freaking Arkraptor died.
No, I think he came out because
it says here last location is 442.
Cause didn't Rachel kind of like say like didn't like yo you knew this would happen, you didn't tell me shit. I feel like he came
Someone
out.
just pull up the damn chapter. Shit, we got the evidence right there.
I don't remember. You think I remember what chapter it is? I don't remember what chapter it is.
Look at the thumbnails.
Well, it says the last chapter he showed up was chapter 231, and that chapter was Hell Train Wagnon 6. So that was like when we were passing like the Black Mountain. They were doing like the little training stuff that was going on.
231. I'm about to go get it.
Yeah.
I gotta go get it.
Yeah, it says right here, right? So this is like the short summary. It's like Wagner reveals his change of alliance to Masing, and Kasano exits the train after coming to an agreement. After going through the dangerous training as the god of the Guardian's precautions, Bam finally learns a new Shinsu control skill, which ends up being Shinoryu or whatever. So yeah. So Kasano gone, man.
Oh shit! I'm still looking, but
yeah, like I'm trying. I saw the summary. I'm looking out for the chapter itself.
Yeah.
231. Let's see. That's what the chat's saying. What you guys are looking. Not just read the wiki. I mean, the wiki is there, but like you know, like anything with manga, you gotta find.
Yeah. Oh yes, that's what he did. He left the train to go heal Horyang. He left the train. He left. He dipped. I don't remember.
Yes, you got to backpedal. Yeah,
he definitely left. I remember now. And he said, and then he said like, "Oh, Wagner will grind. We wish whatever," and he dipped.
That I actually do not remember that at all. All I remember was him going to that damn Pokemon. I didn't even know he came out.
Dude, to be honest, it's been a hot minute though since that happened, so it's not surprising.
Yeah.
But there we have it. So well, there goes that. But what about
Yeah.
David and all them other niggas?
I mean, they could die for all I care, but like,
I mean, like where they at? So we confirmed that Cassandra gone. He left, right? Where's Angel and Dave and all them at?
oh, I think they were absorbed by Hoken.
Yeah.
Nah. They wasn't not Angel. Nah, David. He turned cold after he found out what.
Didn't Angel get killed?
Nah, she's still alive. Well, listen, I was wrong last time, so someone please look it up. But
Talking about White's clone, right?
nah, we talking about the freaking
No,
the brown
The one that fought
Oh wait, Daniel, you mean?
Before they got onto the train, Rachel had a group of people with her. Remember?
Yeah, Daniel Hatchett, the scout dude, right? Yeah, he's last chapter was 197 with him, and that was I think this is when Yuri was fighting Pedro. Was the last time we saw him, so I think this is like Ground Dollar, the Dollar Show, whatever.
They were taken by Chang Blarode.
Oh yeah. It was him and some other dude, the other guy from Quant's family, the Blitz and shit.
Yeah, so they're with him.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. Because more info I ain't fucking know because I was like, where they at?
Yeah, because that's what I mean. Like everyone else is now in different stations, right? And it's like again, I don't just see just being the last station that they're going to be bombarding the Jod forces and stuff. It's like all like you would have to think like anyone who's left the train, don't matter what station you're at, they're going to get bodied. And the fact that we now know that like they have the restriction of like they can't really interfere with them is being lifted. Like that means like some people are going to start dying soon, like along the way. We're going to probably get like cut back to some of these guys soon.
Mm-hmm.
I still 100% agree with Laz's logic because that just sounds like something that fucking Jod would do. He's a type of all right, everybody of association gotta die type of person. So
yeah, and even worse, like even if it isn't with association, the fact that you're there, I think he wants to get rid of any possible evidence, like gossip or anything, because that's the worst thing. If I'm king, and that's the one thing I don't want is people spreading like all this shit that's going on. Like let's say for example, someone finds out off the train that there's this smartwatch that has my weakness to take me down. That really just opens up that any fucking monster that's somewhere hiding in the tower. They get their hands on this shit. Jahad's a free man. Like he's gonna get taken down. So you don't want that info ever being released. So I think he's gonna eradicate every single station, whoever's chilling there, to get rid of any kind of evidence, regardless, even if it is with Bam's connection or not, because that he doesn't want nobody knowing.
Yeah,
and that caused problems too with the Guardians for sure, if anything. Because like even if that thing's been lifted, I don't think the Guardians probably like. But then again, it comes down to the contract, right?
Yeah.
That's the only problem. So like, I don't know, because then it's like unless like the other opposing forces were to do something like I don't know. I don't know if you're wreck. I could see jumping in. I don't think Fug really cares in that regard. They just want to take out Jahad. So like a hero in a sense. Like I don't know.
Like it's not even speculation on our part either because there's evidence of Jahad doing this before. He's been trying to erase every single piece of evidence of Arlene for thousands of centuries, and he was still at it from the time we was experiencing the story. AKA the Hand of Arlene, AKA the place where Bam first was reunited with Kun again after the 5-6 years hiatus. So yeah, he's already done shit like that in the past. So I would not be surprised if he was like, all right, any single person who was on the Hell train recently gotta go. I mean, fuck him though. It's whatever. Now on the freaking administrator thing, it's like again the administrators could still completely dictate everybody who can use Shinsu besides irregulars. So as long as it's a regular, they don't got nothing to worry about. At Warhixall, they don't care. So the only thing that they care about is escaping the tower. So all this conflict don't got nothing to do with them.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. All right. Next, I feel like I don't remember if I asked already. Did we already do predictions for next chapter?
I think we did something along the lines. Yeah.
What'd you guys get? What'd you guys rate this chapter?
Shaky. If we're going before the Evankel thing, this would have been at least like a 5.5. This is going to be at least like a safe like 8 out of 10. Like even then, like I do respect to some extent, even though I don't completely agree with it. But like what Bam was saying, like like he's trying to cut all ties away from this girl. Like actually saying like don't come and find me, don't try to encounter me or anything. Otherwise, we're gonna have problems. But it's like again, in that situation, if it's me, I'm punching this girl in the face to let her know, like, don't fuck with me. Even if I don't have the restraint to kill her, at least show her what's up. You know? That's why it's kind of like I wonder, like, I wish like Dorsey would have done something. If the fucking Stingray wasn't there, that bitch is dead, man.
Man,
she has
she
nothing.
would have bullied her in the fucking locker, man. And
yeah,
she would the locker with water, like, no.
Yeah, bro. Like, someone sat in my seat. No, I'm fucking you the fuck out. You're getting changed in the fucking garbage can, bro. Like,
jeez.
Oh my god.
For me, I think it was 7.5. Yeah, because like I mean, I didn't mind the whole thing with Baam at the beginning. That was okay to me. Then Dorsey does her thing. That was really sick to me. And then like to have Evankel show up at the end, I was hyped again. So I'm excited to see what comes for next week's chapter.
It's really hard for me to rate this because it was like everything was good.
Yeah.
Until literally until Baam says bye now, and I was like, all right,
go away.
It was like it's because everything. Okay, we get in the fight. He's blowing away everything. He's pushing her back. He's screaming why so hardly that it's having gravitational force. The literal train is literally caving in from his screaming. And Rachel is kneeling on all fours, and it's just so raw. It's like, we finally going to get it. Then it cuts to freaking the Holy Demon Army. You know, forget freaking Laz's constant pot shots at me. You get the Holy Demon Army washing Hoquin just left and right, setting up for the choke slam, power bomb, and freaking he's getting bodied. That was raw.
Yeah.
And it cuts back. And then Baam says bye now, and I said, "Oh my god!" And just the points. There's the points. It's going down, and then but Ivanka really saved it. So we get a point for seeing Harmony. So that's a point for sure. Let's go.
That was the best panel for him.
That was the best panel. Don't play with me. And then we get like a few points for seeing Evankel, so I think I'm gonna have to go with a 7. Yeah, not even an 8 because Baam freaking he really brought that shit down, man. Even though I called it, even though it's still growth for his, and a shit ton of growth too, but freaking Hemming said it the best. It's just not enough.
It's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to be the guy who doesn't enjoy a chapter because it doesn't go the way I wanted it to go, because I didn't expect it to go a certain way. So I don't want to be that person where it's like, oh, because I thought this was going to happen and it didn't, it's bad. It's not bad. Nothing happened in the chapter was bad. It was upsetting, like as a viewer, because I think he does such a good job with making us dislike Rachel. I just want to see bad things happen to her. Yeah. Right? But it's like, I just knew better deep down, but I didn't want to admit it. Like, yo, he's gonna hit her, he's gonna suplex her, he's gonna F5 her, like it's gonna be it's gonna be great. You know, Miku Buster, whatever. Like everything's happening. Like I want to see everything. None of that happened. So I'm like, all right. Like I almost lost all of my fucking life reading that shit. And then when Ivanka pulled up with the M, like, all right, yo, boost it up to like a 7.5. I can't go higher than an 8. I'm floating on 7.5 right now, which is probably like one of the lowest scores I've given it in a long time. Which isn't a bad score by any means. It's just one of those things where like I'm not gonna like knock the chapter because of the Baam stuff, even though I didn't like it. I didn't want it to happen, but I don't know if it's a bad thing yet. If that makes sense. Yeah. Like from a rating standpoint.
But I mean, in regards to this too, though, we didn't anticipate that he was gonna write this chapter the way that he did it. Like we didn't think that like we were gonna get Baam and Rachel doing their thing right away. We thought that was gonna happen maybe later on, right? So like he gave us in a way like what we wanted without giving it all away. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's some people are like, oh, like, you know, what did you expect him to do? It's Baam, blah blah blah, and like I got that, and like he cares about her a lot. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but my point is, like we said earlier, we reiterated, you blew up your best friend's heart got blown up. And you have the things you didn't have before when you're in that cave, you have them now. Yeah. And you have people who like, you know, like friendship, and you have people who legitimately will sit on your face. You know what I'm saying? Like you have like the actual love too, you know? Like you gotta hear them. Yeah. You know, like it's okay. Like I understand it's gonna hurt, it's always gonna hurt, but it's like there comes a time where you have to let go, bro. Like it's I get it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I think the thing also comes down to the fact that like we kind of spent an arc too, like at least a half of the hidden floor, where it's like we were trying to like he was trying to figure out who exactly he was, like like he was gonna do things on his own terms. But to me, when I see it, it's like he's gonna develop and become better than he was yesterday and become a better person tomorrow. But he's still the same person that he is yesterday and the day before. Really hasn't really changed for like we haven't really seen Bam change from a mental standpoint, physical and everything. He's a completely different person, I think, now when coming off the hidden floor. But in terms of what he should really look at from right and wrong, right? Like even if it was, let's say, like a sister or something, your sister did that. I don't know how you can still say a blood tie or anything connection you have to this person is enough to forgive for what they did. Aguero, let's say he dies the next day. Like how do you supposed to go on with your day and just say okay whatever
and on top of that, what if someone was like, oh, Prince and Arkraptor are gone?
Yeah, and it's like you throw that in there. It's like how stupid do you look afterwards? Like you really need like someone to come up to you and say you got to snap out of this, stop being stupid, get rid of the trash. Like I get the theme. Like in the tower, we have everyone's gonna betray everyone, right? Like people are in for themselves. But this is the first time I think we're actually seeing a genuine connection between a group of people who are actually down for the cause, and he literally doesn't have that concept in his mind. Like Aguero had that concept, like coming off the time skip and shit, going to season 2. This kid doesn't.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's because the Viola thing is still in him, where it's like he has he's on his own, like that mentality. Because that's the only thing I can think of that's subconsciously being stuck to him, is that he's doing this, for the sake of whatever it is for the fuck wants from him, or what I mean. Like that's the only thing I can think of. That's why he stopped, because we're logically there shouldn't be any way that she's getting out of this scot free, especially now that she's going to drop some kind of info to kind of even drop his guard even more, which is the worst thing we need for that to happen.
To take a L and after all this,
yeah, and it's not like Bam is like the leader of this group, and like with any group that goes anywhere, if your leader has lost morale or shown weakness, it falls on the rest of the group. So that was look after.
That was a point I'm trying to make to to someone earlier. Where I'm like, yo, he's legitimately like the de facto leader. Like obviously in a sense is Kun and also Shibley soon. Like there's different leadership figures in the group.
Yep.
By the end of the day, Bam is basically gonna be you know what? You're right. Rack the leader. That's what I'm saying. Second in command.
That makes me more too. You just said now with Ship and Hots. Like if they heard this shit that's going on, are you they're not gonna sit by and oh cool. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
If I'm tower with you, I'm like, yo, bro, what if that was me?
Yeah, exactly. It's like if my life is on the line, it's about to go out. That's how you're gonna be moving nowadays. You should know. I really think they could start switching up with the leader thing. If something were to go wrong later on,
it was a good thing because Hwaryun really spoke some sense into that, man. Because it came a point where it's yo, people were probably gonna start thinking yo, no matter what happens, you're always gonna pick Rachel over them because you're acting mad goofy with the train tickets. Yeah. Kept betting Yura, kept. Yo, we need these hell train tickets too, bro. What are you doing? I got it. Don't worry, I got it. Lose again, bro. Stop, ape.
I just seen Rack for next access user.
Yo, shout out to Rack,
bro. When my man gets all the elements and becomes the true native one, I'm telling you, man, you don't want it.
Actually, Avatar.
That would be it's gonna happen. That's what I'm saying, right? The 5-tier avatar. Let's get it.
He has a spirit. The spirit will be his.
Adding an alligator, man. You got more swag than everybody else already. Let's get it.
Yo, Rack is really the best of the trio right now.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he been. I think personally he been. Stan Aguero.
He really did, but Aguero's dead right now, so he doesn't count.
Yeah, Rack legit said that's some mid and went to fight this girl, bro. That's my leader. Shit, man. I really don't want to imagine what Ship's reaction is going to be. Because you figure sooner or later, fuck, man. If it's I don't know how long it's supposed to take to get to the next station, but if this guy's still in his fucking glass coffin, I swear to God, man. I don't know what to do. What the fuck am I supposed to do, bro? This man said my boy is Snow White at the moment. What the fuck do I do? Oh my god!
Buried alive gimmick on the table.
Bro, this is gonna be Buried Alive 1998 Taker in Austin. I don't want that, man. Shit.
Oh man.
Yo, tell that man to open his eyes, please. You know, what if he pulls up now like, you bitch?
How would they explain that though? I would love it.
I don't
That'd
know.
be great if you showed up. If you got up, you're just like, yo, I'm here to settle up. You
Wait,
know,
who?
clutching his chest.
Oh,
Bro,
girl.
if you woke up, just showed up there, you're just like, I'm here to settle up.
No, you gotta hit Bam mentally. Like, don't let her go. Destroy her. Destroy
I've been
her.
saying, bro, if she pulls some shady shit and she sees an arm, grab her like by the shoulder, and I'm just gonna say, bro, girl's got the knife right there waiting. I need that, man.
Tono Shiki listen. Tono Shiki gimmick, Tsukihime gimmick, yo, cut her ass up into fucking 24 pieces. How many damn pieces did that fucking art? Don't play with me, man.
Yeah. Or even better, seal her in the fucking dagger that he had and just leave it. That'd be like even worse. But even if you want to kill her, at least make her suffer.
Throw
Seal
that
her
shit
in the fucking dagger. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you do that. Oh, but you know, it'd be on some fucked up shit. Imagine if that happens. Imagine we get a cutaway, like some mysterious person just picks it up. And we don't see what happens after that, because that tells us she's gonna come back.
That's why she just gotta cut them into pieces or something. Nah, then they're gonna freaking put the pieces back together. Like, damn it!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the scary thing, bro. I can see that honestly happening.
She just need to get disintegrated, like
straight
Dragon Ball style Team Gohan Cell, like just disintegrated.
I need my red tower, man.
Hey, bring in my son.
To get his vanquished.
Because at least he's guaranteed to somehow show up in the story as soon as time. The other one, I don't know. I think I take it.
The only one I think we're not gonna get is Phantomanium. If anything, it'll be like stories and hearsay. He's done this, but I don't think he'll like show up in the actual.
Yeah,
I'll say this, bro. Because Urek, we already know stuff from the blog about him and Phantom and dude. Like he has to tell us something when we get to floor 77. If we walk out of that floor and that's it, and he's like,
he wants smoke, but like don't do it.
Like if he says bye now, like this man just said in this chapter, I'm done with him. Like I don't want to hear nothing about you want to leave the tower. You stay in the fucking tower. You're fucking forced and shit. Like
locked up, won't let you out.
Yeah, maybe bump an Akon
in that tower forever. But all right. Did you give it a score, Alan?
Yes, I give it like anywhere between like a 7 and 7.5.
Okay.
Because I said as much that like I didn't mind the things that happened at the beginning, and then the Undorsey bit against like White with Hwaryun like backing her up, that was pretty sick. And then obviously the Evan kill. So.
Holy Demon Army. The crazy thing is though, like the only person who gets this joke is fucking Last, but I don't care. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's funny is because their color schemes freaking match.
It kind of does.
Like Hwaryun is red, Taue is red, and even though Dorsey doesn't wear yellow anymore, she wore yellow in season 1, and her freaking, the makeup around her eyes was yellow too. It's like, yo, they really the Holy Demon Army. Let's go.
I'll tell you, bro.
Tag titles.
You can't tell around the waist, bro, but the all Asia tag titles are strapped right around the lake.
I'm telling you, Hoken don't stand a chance, man. Like,
Hoken right now, like, bro. Hoken's like Kikuchi right now before he got that 5-star match, the tag match. I'm telling you.
Nah, it's like, yo, they constantly making a joke that freaking guides are like walking GPSs, but nah, it's more than that. It's like having a guide is literally like having the fucking strategy guide to the game on top of the fucking Game Shark. It's like you just beating the game, period. You don't gotta do nothing for yourself no more.
Yeah, that's why I don't get like when people disrespect like Evan, for example. Like he's in the top 100. He's far higher on the food chain than like freaking.
I never understood that.
Yeah,
like, look at his weaponry too. Look at the frog fish and the Adam does.
That's what it is. It's not that he's without accolades. Like,
like physically he doesn't look intimidating, but it's like what he was doing like during like the fight with Karaka and stuff with like the little I forget what the hell it was called, but the little needle thing that he had strapped to his finger.
That little frog shit.
Yeah, like that shit was so fucking dope. And it's like he's got more than he's got an inventory.
And that has like 3 things: the desires.
No, it's actually 5, and we only saw 2.
Yeah.
Like, so, the crazy thing is though, it's like
respect him.
So it's like, yo, so for guys, they do a sacrifice, right? So for being able to fortune tell and shit, they don't have any physical powers, right? But we've seen how they compromise for that. You see Ivan with the freaking items, the fucking inventory, he raw, and freaking Hwaryun, she can fight. She can use Shinsu to freaking boost her abilities. She went toe to toe with fucking Dorsey in season 1. So it's like they're just so raw, and I will actually argue it's impossible to go up the tower without a guide at least once.
Yeah.
Because even look at what Leroy said back in season 1. You need luck, and that's true. But it's just so much luck can take you. Like you need there's no way you're gonna get from floor 1, or I should say floor 2, to floor 134 without a guide's help at all. Period. And I will argue that until I die. Period. Like they're just too important.
Mm-hmm.
The tower is just too unpredictable, too crazy. It's like so many things happened throughout the chapters that we've read. And if it was like all jokes, like all Redwood jokes aside, all gimmicks aside, all waifu culture aside, like when they was trying to get on the Hell Train, she literally guided them through an unguidable maze. If it wasn't for her, they would still be they would have never gotten the Hell Train to begin with.
Mm.
If it wasn't for her, freaking Baam would have never got reunited with his friends. So it's like, yo, you just need them, period.
Mm-hmm.
That we've seen 2 different examples just of how raw they are. And it's like, yo, how could you talk bad about this position? It's so raw, man.
Shout out to the guides.
Yeah, and a big shout out though to Evan, because I forgot that back in Anak's flashback, I think he was the one too that saved her. Like after when freaking Lopo Bria came in, took out the mom. Like I'm pretty sure it was Evan that was actually scooped her up. So shout out to him.
I don't know. I'll have to look back at that. I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, because it looked like it was him.
Yeah, because it could have been another dwarf person, I think, but honestly, it looked way too similar to Evan's design. So
you think they all just decided they just look the same with the backpack? That's racist. Discrimination against the silver dwarfs. I don't believe this.
I'll tell you, bro. When his twin pulls up, I'm gonna be apologizing. I don't know, man.
I mean, listen. Honestly, it still fucked the silver dwarfs for joining Jihad's empire, but guides raw. Period.
Yep.
It's tough because I actually fuck with Evan pretty a lot. He's actually fucking dope. He's to me, it's he's my Usopp of the series, where it's he don't have to have physical attacks to make him something special. Whereas he has his own thing with his inventory, his guide abilities and stuff. Like Evan, that dude, man.
Yeah, man, I respect him. And he had to walk around with that Ape Yuri. So
yeah, bro. Most people they would off themselves, man. He's still going.
Bro, I'd be like, yo, can I get a new partner? She's too much.
All she does is run off and do whatever she wants.
She follows no rules.
He's always telling her, don't do this. She goes and immediately does that.
Yeah.
What is the point of having a guide if you never listen to the guide?
Yeah.
But any final comments you guys got?
Tower God Goat.
Oh wait. I signed the contract. I gotta keep saying this.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
Gus ain't coming.
Yo, you'll be dead ass, bro. If Simi forgets to say it, next chapter he does show up.
Yo,
I'm gonna laugh at the one chapter. One day he does he doesn't say it, he just pops up. But it'd be crazy.
Now y'all just have to run at that point.
Well,
yo, stop fighting in the chat. Damn.
Or the big
they've been going neck and neck at it.
I keep looking back and it's not done.
What is the fight?
All I know, I think it started about Discord. That's all I remember. And then I was talking about typos. I don't know, but
60-minute Iron Man match between these two dweebs. It's like, relax.
Settle it in a Shinsu clash. Yeah. But, thank you for everybody who came through. It was a good showing again. Yeah, I think at one point I saw 20 something, so that's pretty good. I appreciate the chat, guys. Stop fighting though.
Yeah, man. The administrators are watching.
Yeah, man.
That's your ranker spot.
Follow everybody. I remember this. I got it. Moon Vulcan.
Yeah.
Oh, Society, Commodore Laz, and subscribe to Laz. And then blog.
Yes.
It's Elegentia.
Hey, I can say it. Perfect pronunciation.
Man has the dope pad right next to
it. It's honestly open. I won't lie, it's open. I had to tweet open and his site open.
Good enough. I appreciate it.
We're gonna be out. Thank you guys for coming through. I'm gonna try to do another stream this week for a Tower of God. I might do the One Piece stream on Friday though, so we'll see. But anyways, you're Chat, the best girl.